Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you are here. As some of you know, I am in a new space and this is not my normal setup. I'm not sure what my new normal will be, but you know, I work with what I have in the moment, and this is what I have in this moment. So this is what I'm doing. Welcome to each and every one of you. I thank you guys all for being here, for being a part of the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, whether you are returning or you are new. For those of you who are new, I am an intuitive reader, which means I read cards according to what comes to me in that particular reading, which means when I'm using tarot cards or things like that, whatever are the definitions by the authors may or may not be what I get. For those of you who are returning, you guys, thank you so much for your constant and continued support. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know. I just kind of got the, we're just going to go and see what happens. I'm not really sure where we're heading in this reading. I do have several of my own personal decks that I have not made into all fancy pretty yet. Like I have my Pearls of Wisdom deck, which is now officially a deck. Woohoo! But I do have my Catapult deck, Little Nuggets, Tidbits, Little Gems, and my The One deck. So yeah, we're just going to see what comes forward and go from there. Okay, let's jump in. All right out the bat, we have heart pain. And what is hiding behind that, we have, what's your spin? Okay. So heart pain. Clearly there is someone who is hurting for some reason. And let's see, is that on? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then what's your spin? Now, what's your spin can be applied in a variety of ways. Could be that something... It's from, like, what is the spin you put on a story about something that is causing you heart pain? It may or may not be accurate. That could be part of it. We'll see. We'll see how it unfolds here. Heart pain, heartache. Let's see. One more. All right, what do you want to add to this? No, that's way too many. What else? What do you want to add to this reading so far? Something organically coming together. So for some of you, somebody may be feeling like a great amount of disappointment or sadness. For some, I would even say grief. But there is something that is, I'm literally seeing like knitting needles. So knitting needles, mending, as well as creating something new, but it is coming together organically. So, the tough part about that is or one of the tough parts about that is it can be challenging to wait for the coming together to happen, right? Because there's times when we're waiting. We're not waiting in the sense of we do nothing else, but you know what I mean? It's like we continue to go on with our lives and doing our things and, all of that, all the while waiting for something that we know is organically happening, but we don't know what it is or how it's going to look or anything. So I get that. All right, what else do we have? Something flipped in there. Okay. We have where to look. Something coming together organically and where to look. So this could be that it's, you may be looking like, this is where I'm looking for this thing to happen. And they're like, no, actually, because it's coming together organically, it may be coming in a direction that you're not expecting, and or looking in an unusual direction, I would say. A very unusual direction. All right, what else? Research may be beneficial. And behind that is self-love, self-care always, and more so when you are healing and or creating, fill in the blank, or just creating. Maybe we don't know what we're creating yet. But so because we have the heart pain, what's your spin? Something organically coming together. And we're also being told, that research may be beneficial. So again, I still feel like maybe there's a spin you're putting on something that is creating additional heart pain or heartache from almost like compounding a hurt, if that makes sense. And I do feel like, okay, so something organically coming together and where to look. That's why we're getting the research. Maybe some research would be beneficial because as you begin searching and looking, you may have something coming up in your research that just, how sometimes when you search for a word or something, or you search for a place or an idea or whatever, and you'll have sometimes something random come up and it's like, why is that? Oh, wow, look at that. Because that's exactly what I needed in this time. It doesn't seem to fit for whatever reason in that search, but it's there nonetheless, and it's the thing that you needed. But yeah, so research may be very, very beneficial. I would also say it's about allowing things to come together, or allowing yourself to experience things organically, meaning not everything has to be by the book. Yes, there is benefits to that, but there's also a benefit to being flexible and allowing yourself to experience what do you call it? Not think about, experience, think about, be surprised. That's not what I'm thinking, the word that came, but if it comes to me, I'll let you know. But yeah, I feel like there's something. I also feel like, so with heart pain, it can be, we do need to allow ourselves our emotions. We need to allow ourselves to feel. We need to process our emotions in a way that is healthy. And I would also say that, like, what's your spin? What's your spin can be, this is how I work, or this is how I want to learn how to work, or you know what, I've always been curious about this, that, and the other. What's your spin? What's your way of learning? What is your approach, if you will, to things? Like, let's say for instance, you're someone, I'll use myself as an example, like, life coaching, right? Well, I use a variety of different tools, different trainings, those which are spiritual, mystical, metaphysical, as well as those that are traditionally based, scientifically based. And I'm very open and organic in how I work with each individual client, because it's meeting the client where they're at, right? So my spin is actually this eclectic mix of these different things that I bring together, and that's my spin. Does that make sense? And if you don't know what your spin is, just, start exploring, checking in with yourself. And again, because we have some hurt happening here, I also feel like that, we don't want to get stuck in this. Yes, it's important to process these things, but we don't want to stay in that or stay stagnant. Process and allow yourself to start moving your energy, your mind, your body and things as you are processing this. And again, that self-love, self-care always, but also when we are healing and or creating something new. All right, what else? What else do we have? Do we have anything else? This is... I feel like there's one in here that wants to come out. See, there's been a couple that seem to come out, but then they go back in. No, that's way too many. That's way too many. They're saying, look at the... Yeah, okay. That's why they told me to look at the one on the bottom. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, when it was going through, it was in that clump that I said, that's way too many. And I picked it up, started to do it. And then it was like, but look at the last one. Look at the last one. So I did. And it says the one who is lost. Heart pain. What's your spin? Sometimes that can be about we don't know what is our spin. And again, we're researching. We're looking. Where to look? Well, do some research. Where to look? Well, it can be, well, it's easy for you to say, you can just go do this. And sometimes it's not easy to say. I'm not saying that flippantly. It's like I have plenty of times been in a place and space where I just don't know. And so I just start blurting things, or I'll write things down and then I read through what I've written and I pick out some of the words that seem the strongest to me. And those are what I plug into research. I feel like it's going to be a little bit different for each of you, but I feel like some of you are feeling lost. And that can be actually the root of why there is heart pain, because we can feel very sad when we don't know, where we're going, we don't know what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. So now let's bring in some clarifiers here. All right. Let's look at all decks are always shuffled, guys. They're shuffled when I put them away. They're shuffled when I take them out. They're shuffled when I'm on camera and off camera. So when you see me pull out ones that you did not see me shuffle, or when you see me pull ones out that are out of the box, rest assured they were shuffled before they went away, or before they got put away. And I do try to remember to shuffle like I am now, so that you can see that yes, they are shuffled. All right, so let's look at the heart pain. What else do you want to tell us about the heart pain? What more can you tell us about the heart pain? Thank you. The Emperor. Masculine energy. Heart pain. Give us some more. Oops. Okay. Hold on. All right. The Sun card. One more, please. One more. Thank you. And the King of Pentacles. So this could be feeling torn between two people. Yeah, this could be being torn between two people. And it feels like, again, the Sun. Now you think about that. The Sun is is extreme joy. It's felicity, which is like joy on steroids, right? But when we have confusion or we have loss, or this can even be that maybe this is like a father figure and this is not approved of. I mean, it could be anything. Again, there this is a collective reading, but it can even be about indecision. It can be about indecision. Wanting or liking aspects of both. This can also be talking about loss of two different people. All right, what's your spin? And loss meaning as in it could be somebody passing, but it could be just everybody's decided to go their separate ways. There could be a break. That's too many. That is way too many. Oi. Okay. That's too many. I mean, I will show you guys. We do have the Six of Cups, the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. And I did see this Ace of Swords. And yeah, see, and there he is. There's that other king, the King of Cups. So I do feel like, again, it could be just that there's a lot happening there. Could be that there's a lot of people. I do feel like there's maybe new opportunities coming in. But let's see, because that's too many to come out at once. All right, what's your spin? Let's get some more details on what's your spin. Oh my goodness, you guys, quit throwing stuff around. All right. Yeah, see, we got the Three of Pentacles. And this to me can be one, maybe this was somebody where they did have or do have or will have some choices to make. And no matter what they choose, they know there's going to be heartbreak. They know there's going to be heart pain. They know there's going to be sadness and feelings hurt and that sort of thing. Three of Pentacles can be talking about that. But because we're talking about what's your spin, and yeah, I mean, either way, we're getting a trio. I was going to say, if you know friends and for friends, this is the Three of Pentacles. We have Joey, and I don't remember the names of these two, but this was a fellow character in a play that Joey got a part in, and the actress was in there. She was dating the director, but Joey was interested in her. She ends up being with Joey, even though she had been with this guy. And again, we have a trio, but it's what your spin it can be about. Okay, you need to find out what it is that makes you spin. What is it that makes you go? What is it that put you in a situation like this? Or it could be what's your spin is in what makes you passionate? What makes you thrive? What is it that you enjoy doing? And maybe you need to try some new things. Like Joey here has to audition, right? Maybe it's time for you to go try some new things. And it can't, oh, look, there's something behind it. We do have the Six of Swords, and this is talking about coming out of the darkness and into the light, that we have changes in career, could be complete changes in career, which would make sense if we're doing what's your spin, finding out what it is that you want to put together, coming together organically, and doing your research and all of that. And again, here we are, the Two of Pentacles, finding balance, but also learning to have fun. And here it says, tips, like being willing to try a few different things, right? You have your main thing for Joey, it was acting. And at the same time, he's trying to find that balance, but he also enjoys life. He allows himself to enjoy life. And what's your spin? Again, finding your way of what's your thing. And I do feel that, again, we have this career movement. So I would say that there is potential for you to, whatever you decide to do, that it could be very lucrative for you and help you to move up in or ascend, if you will, either in your spirituality and or in your finances, because again, we got 2 and 3 of Pentacles, which again, if you think about it, it's the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold, being destitute, and it's like, no, we're changing that. Why? Because you're doing your research. You're finding out what it is that you want to put together to be your thing, your career, your way of doing, being, thinking, whatever that case may be for you. So I feel like the something organically coming together, the self-love, self-care always, and even more so when we're healing and or creating. And then the research and where to look. I think these, to me, I'm not feeling that I need to clarify those, but I do want to look at this, the one who is lost. So can you give us some more details on this? The one who is lost. It's almost like because of all of this break that happened, there's this experimenting and just feeling like you're lost because you don't know what is that thing that's yours. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Is that one? Yeah, that's one card. Page of Swords. Chandler is a big pink bunny. Halloween costume. Monica got in the costume. And he said, no pink bunny. Always no pink bunny, right? Because he felt so embarrassed that he was dressed as a pink bunny. But I would also say too, though, this I feel like this can be taken a few different ways. One, it can be taken as, you know, pages talk about messages coming in, information coming in, and I mean, it can be hand delivered, it can be heard through a conversation, it could be snail mail, email, text message, a blog, a vlog, a post, you know, what, a phone call, whatever the case may be. And it can come from a source that seems very highly unlikely, organic, something unexpected, right? That is coming to the one who is lost. What else? What else do we have here? Can we get some more, please, to bring us some clarity, some more information? The one who is lost. Wow, and another page, Page of Cups. So swords to me talk about intelligence, truth, swiftness. It can represent like justice. And then cups we have is emotion, happiness, joy, heartache also. But so I looked down at these and I was like, one is by land, two is by sea. That's a whole history thing. But bottom line is, it was saying the point of it was more of maybe there's one coming over, you know, via land. So it could still be a distance depending on where you live. I mean, if you live on an island and it's coming by land, it's probably not going to have to go very far. If you live on a large continent, it could be coming by land, but it could be clear on the other side of the continent, which may be very far. And then we have the Page of Cups, and this is all water. So water can represent, obviously it does represent emotion, but it can be talking about, again, that maybe the message or information is coming from over water. Now that could be a creek, it could be a river, it could be the ocean, it could be multiple oceans, it could be various bodies of water, who knows? But I do feel like, you know, it's information that's going to make you happy and make you feel abundant, because we have the fish in the cup here. But it is something that can make you feel very happy. I also feel like it's like there's this balance between the intellect and the emotion, which is something that is really would be beneficial, right? And I feel like it would help the one who is lost to not feel lost. It's almost like giving you some firm footing, something to stand on. Let's see, what else? No. That's way too many. All right, what else? The one who is lost, what else? See, yeah, a brand new opportunity. Something that you can be excited about. Something that can be passionate. Creativity, which creating, right? So when you're healing or when you're creating. And we can be healing and creating at the same time, right? Through our healing, we can be creating stability, balance, new life, new energy, new ideas. And the Ace of Wands is often, it's fire energy, right? So it can be talking about being impulsive, but it can also be talking about speed. It could be something coming in very quickly. It is a new beginning. It is going to change your life. Now, here's the Tower. It could be, a Tower moment, but I'm not feeling it as in a, oh no, kind of thing. I feel like it's more like a portal moment in the sense these two messages coming through, these two pages, messengers, whatever the case may be, and this brand new beginning, I feel are going to allow you to shift your foundation so it is a much stronger foundation. Okay. So let me ask this then. Can I reach this far without pulling the camera? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's ask this. Sacred Destiny by Sacred Destiny Oracle, and this is by Denise Lynn. Friends Tarot. Okay, so let's ask this. So once these messengers or messages, whatever the case may be, for these two pages comes in, and this Ace of Wands comes in and allows the shifting, right, of the foundation, what is the probable outcome? What is the probable outcome? That's too many. What is the probable outcome, please? Flow and embracing. Being more in the flow with one's self and learning to embrace yourself. Now, I don't know if this is, I'll let you look at the neck. Sorry about that. I'll let you look at the neck of this because the neck is what determines if it is a crane or a herring. I mean, it's how you identify if it is a crane or if it is a herring. Yeah. So a few things I'm noticing here. Both of these have an imagery that is a mixture of land and water, because we have the plants right here and we have land there. We have land here, and they both have water in them. Land and water. Secondly, we have this purpley color along with the white. This to me is the higher chakras. On this side, we have the oranges and the yellows. So sacral and solar plexus. Your power, your passion, your creativity, your sexuality, your sensuality, your powerhouse, your energy, your empowerment. These are the colors that I'm noticing on these. So you may want to tune in for yourself and see, does any of that speak to you? But again, you may want to check on the bird and see if it is a crane or a herring, because they each carry their own messages as a totem animal or a spirit animal or a power animal. So you might want to look those things up. But the bottom line is that this information coming in here and this new opportunity, this ability to build on a stronger, healthier foundation can bring to you this ability to be in natural flow and learning to embrace not only yourself, but your passion, your power, your empowerment, your creativity, and leaving the naysayers behind. I do feel like there was or is or will be some naysaying happening that just isn't serving. And it's, sometimes people tear us down because they don't know how to, they got their own things they're dealing with, put it that way. And so I do feel that if you choose to take this path, take this information, again, things coming together organically, right? Taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. This is not selfish. This is about you getting yourself together, because there's people out there waiting for what it is you're going to be offering. But most importantly, we can't do that if we're not in our best alignment as possible in any given moment. That doesn't mean we have to be perfect. That doesn't mean we can't help until we're, oh, well, I got it together now. But it is just saying that we want to try to do our best first and foremost for ourselves, and then be able to do more to change the world in a wonderful way. Action, and again, we're seeing the yellows and the oranges here, and we're seeing the water, the crashing waves, right? It is going to take action to get these things moving. And with the crashing waves, and again, water can represent emotions. It can be very, very, very challenging for us to do that, especially if we're hurting. But they are saying, working through your stuff and continuing to move forward while you heal, not ignoring your stuff, but while you heal, continuing to move forward, can be very challenging, but it is very, very beneficial. And we have diligence, right? It takes diligence to do that. Having a bird's eye view, looking at the big picture versus being so focused on just this thing in front of us that we're dealing with, that we can't even, we need to be able to push ourselves, or I shouldn't say need. It is in our best and highest to push ourselves. Sometimes we have to push in an uncomfortable direction, not because it's uncomfortable in the sense it's not good for us, but it's uncomfortable in the sense because we know it's going to bring change. And change can be hard. It can be learning to be at peace with the unknown. So anyways, guys, this is what I have for you. I hope you found this helpful and that it resonated with you. For all of you, thank you guys. I did want to do a shout out really quick for those of you who give me that thumbs up. That is so, so, so appreciative and so helpful to me. I really greatly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. For everyone, guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, the share, the notification bell, the thumbs up, the whole 9 yards. I would greatly appreciate that from each and every one of you. Until next time, guys, take care.